Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I've been asked to do a live video of my sauteed
Forgive
vegetables
me, y'all.
and
It's
veggie
sauteed
spinach.
vegetables and veggie
Today I'm just
spaghetti
going to use what I
noodles.
normally
I was moving
use.
too fast.
My grape tomatoes, red pepper, green pepper, yellow pepper, orange pepper, garlic, mushrooms. Today I'm using whole baby bella mushrooms, some feta cheese, and my risotto veggie spaghetti noodles. Hopefully you enjoy. Stay tuned, and I'll show you step by step. Okay, first I am going to prepare by grabbing my favorite pan. I swear and live by this pan. And no, it's not nonstick, but when sauteing and mixing up some good dishes, this is an awesome pan to use. All right, so first thing first, I'm gonna go ahead and douse about a tablespoon and a half of some avocado oil to my pan. So typically before I get started, like I said, I like to douse about a tablespoon and a half of avocado oil to my pan. And this is the avocado oil that I'm using today. Just buy it from Walmart, maybe $4 or $5, 7 tops. Avocado oil is pretty expensive, but I like to use avocado oil as well as grapeseed oil, in addition to olive oil. But I really like the way avocado oil and grapeseed oil taste. It doesn't give you that oily taste when you want to make like an Italian dish or pasta for your family. I just kind of eyeball it, and that's what I start off with. Okay, maybe 2 tablespoons of some avocado oil of work. So from here, I'm just going to take my pan and put it right on the stove. Now that I've added my avocado oil to my pan, I'm going to go ahead and start prepping my pot for my veggie noodles to get those boiling. Now that I've placed my water in my pot, I think I'm going to put, again, I eyeball it, just a little bit of regular iodized salt, just to give it that flavor. Get that boiling. I am going to put a couple of tablespoons of avocado oil in my water as well to boil my noodles. Like I said, I just put like maybe 2 tablespoons of avocado oil to the water. I'm gonna go ahead and let this boil. Right now I have it on high heat. And once it starts boiling, I'll turn it down to medium. And here's my pan with my avocado oil. And as you can see, it only covers the bottom portion of this pan. I'm not dousing my vegetables in it, just covering it with this much, because the vegetables contain a lot of water themselves, so they will digress to have enough water in the pot. Just got finished brushing off my vegetables. I encourage everybody to give your vegetables a good scrub down. A lot of people like to boil their vegetables straight from the grocery store in some regular salt water. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Other times I just give them a good rub down under some nice cold water before I start cooking. Okay, so I just got finished chopping up my mushrooms. The first pint, today I'm using 2 pints of mushrooms. Of course, my family are carnivores, and I'm trying to transition into more of a healthy, vegetable, consistent diet. So today I'm going to use 2 pints of baby bella mushrooms to give it that meaty consistency. So I'm going to dice up the second pint, just like I did the first pint, and I'm going to put it in my pan. I'm going to add all my vegetables together as I cut them into the pan before I even turn the pan on, because I like everything to saute and all the flavors to mix evenly throughout. And I just cut my Roma tomatoes in half, like so. And I'm going to go ahead and add those to the pot with my mushrooms. And my pot is boiling. I'm going to go ahead and add the Ronzoni Garden Delight veggie spaghetti noodles. This contains carrot, tomato, and spinach. Yes. Stir it in my pasta. I'm gonna go ahead and stir it in. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this to a boil. Right now it's still on high heat. I'm gonna turn it down to medium heat. Bring this to a boil. Cook veggie pasta noodles the same way you do regular pasta noodles. It's just healthier. I'm gonna go ahead and chopped up my red onion. This dish tastes phenomenal with red onions. You can use the regular red onions, or you can use the sweet red onions. There's no special way You should cut up your onions. Typically I dice them. Sometimes I'll shred them like in a stir fry. Today I'm going to shred them in these pieces like you see. And I'm going to saute it like a stir fry. I am going to cut up 2 onions to give it that flavor. Noodles are starting to cook down perfectly. As you can see, no longer stiff. They have like a slight orange tint to them from the tomato that they're made from, but honestly, they're really, really good. Anybody know me? I'm a food connoisseur. I would never steer you wrong when it comes down to food. It's taste, quality. Okay, so for the sake of today's video, I am going to use my spice masher to mash up my garlic cloves. Let's see. I have 12 garlic cloves on the mash up. Put it in my pot with the rest of my vegetables. I still have not turned my pot on yet. Like I said, I want all my flavors to merge together at one time. So I'll turn the pot on once I cut up all my green peppers. Well, should I say all my peppers? So I have sweet peppers, red peppers, orange peppers, yellow peppers, as well as green peppers for this dish. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and mash up my garlic, and I'll add it to the pot. Now that the garlic's all minced up, I'm going to go ahead and shred my peppers. Now that I've cut up all my vegetables, as you can see, there's still some pepper seeds in there. So I'm going to go ahead and rinse these off again. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut them in strips and add them to my pot. These are actually done. Looks like my noodles are done. So I'm going to go ahead and drain these bad boys. And I'm going to add a little bit more olive oil to them. I'm not going to drain all the water off of them. I'm going to add a little bit of avocado oil to the noodles just to keep them moist and soft as the base of my vegetables. Now that my vegetables are all chopped up, I've added some garlic powder. I'm going to go ahead and add some onion powder. Again, these powders just add flavor to it. I have onion in it already. I have garlic in it already. I just want to add to the flavor. I'm going to add a little bit of basil leaf. I typically add dry basil as well as some fresh basil as well as parsley to the dish as well. A nice amount of basil. Parsley, I've added the basil. I'm going to go ahead and turn that thing on medium heat. And let's get it sauteing. While the pot is heating up, I typically like to douse the vegetables around in the avocado oil as the pot is heating up. You can add additional avocado oil as you like, depending on how much vegetables you put in the pan. But this is a lot of vegetables. I don't know, it's just flavorful, full of flavor. Here are my noodles. I've actually ran them under some cold water. A nice trick my middle school teacher in Charles Pearl Middle School in New Carrollton, Maryland told us in home economics to run some cold water on your noodles. And I've done that for 40 some years now. Almost 40 some years. I'm dating myself. So what I'm going to do now that I've drained the water off of it, I am going to put some additional avocado on and toss it up just to keep it moist. But the saute from the vegetables is actually going to bring the heat back to the noodles, and it is really, really good. I went ahead and added a little bit of avocado oil to my noodles. As you can see, they're nice and shiny. Good to go. This is kind of, sort of, an Asian Oriental meal. You can use avocado oil, olive oil to lubricate your noodles, or you can also use toasted sesame oil as well. You know, if you're making an Oriental dish, you like to use a lot of sesame. I like to use sesame and poke in my Oriental dishes. I am going to add some poke sauce to my vegetables once they're sauteed, just to give it that little Oriental flavor. And yeah, you should try it out. Given that I just mentioned that, I went ahead and added maybe about 2 tablespoons of some toasted sesame oil to it. That gives it that Oriental flavor, and that's pretty much where I'm going with this pasta dish. You know, pasta could be to come in any shapes and forms. And I like to mix my pasta up with like a little oriental flavor. So yeah, I use the toasted sesame oil. Mostly when I'm sauteing vegetables and making a quick meal for the family. Gotta add some black pepper. And I'm just gonna add some regular table salt. You can add sea salt. You can add pink Himalayan salt if you like. I'm just gonna add regular table salt to this dish. The last time I made it, I believe I used pink Himalayan salt. I just have to use so much of the pink Himalayan salt to make it do what it do. Okay guys, my meal is almost done. It looks phenomenal. I know it's gonna taste phenomenal because I made it. I am sauteing my vegetables right now. Y'all don't act like y'all don't know. Y'all know how I am. I'm sauteing my vegetables now. I added a little bit of sesame, toasted sesame oil to them. I'm gonna go ahead and cover these up and saute these for about a good 15-20 minutes. Then dinner is done. My noodles are done, ready to go. Again, this is sauteed vegetables with veggie spaghetti. Thanks for joining in. I will show you my finished product here shortly. I'm going to go ahead and simmer these vegetables for about a good 15-20 minutes, and I'll come back and check it. Check the consistency of my vegetables. I really like my vegetables to melt in my mouth when I eat, and so does the fam. All right, I'll check. Vegetables are sauteing really good. Got the fan on, just producing a lot of steam. See, there's a little bit of liquid in here, and that's from the sesame oil. Let it simmer some more, cook down a little more. And I'm going to add some poke sauce to it. And that'll do it. I will list all the ingredients at the bottom of this video. And as well as the measurements. And I'm also going to list the health benefits of a lot of the ingredients that I've used today in this dish. Let the vegetables cook down a little more. So now I'm going to go ahead and add some poke sauce to it. I've added the poke sauce. As you can see, it's gotten a little darker due to the soy sauce and the poke sauce. I'll turn my heat down to low medium. I'm going to go ahead and let this simmer a little longer. And dinner is just about done. Alright. I think the vegetables have simmered enough. It's nice and saucy. Saute and wet up the noodles. Very good. Alright. It's time to make my plate. Voila. This is the finished product. This here is the husband's plate. I will top this off with some Parmesan, because he loves Parmesan with his pasta. Here's the husband's final product. I really appreciate you guys. I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Like, subscribe, and share. And again, tune in to Ray Love's Boom Boom Kitchen. Thanks for chiming in. Have a great night.